Something I would like to just briefly talk to you a little bit about is your reach, especially when it comes to scheduling your posts. You might have seen I shared over the weekend that I did have some scheduled content on my own channels going out this last week. On some platforms, it's performed really well in terms of reach. Happy to take that conversation into my DMs if you'd like to find out more. But on this particular channel, the reach was just astronomically low, but I didn't show up at all. So I think although it's one thing scheduling, it does show the value in showing up as a business owner or your marketing person still showing up for you, whether it's on stories, sharing content to your stories, or uploading additional content manually. It really does add that additional benefit to you. But stay with me. I still champion scheduling your content now. It's a great way to get organised with your marketing. It holds you accountable as well to maintain a consistent presence on your channels. And although my reach was low, when I looked, I think at my insights, one of my posts was seen by 9 people, which is, wow. However, I've still had a new client lead inquiry. I've had an old client come back to me inquiring. I've had 2 people wanting to book power hours. So I've still had a shop window effect. I've still had that content it's still a soft editorial sell. And although my engagement was low or my reach was low, it's still doing a job because, like I say, it still acted as that very important shop window, which in essence is what our social media channels predominantly are. People have different reasons for scheduling their social media content, and the main reason that I come across with clients or with people that I work with on power hours, etc., is it very much helps them manage their marketing time. It allows them to still have a marketing strategy in place without finding the time or the energy or the resource to have to show up every day, especially if they're not really super keen on being super active on social media, as example. So if you've got low reach from scheduled posts, don't take that too much as a negative, but see it as a positive that your business is still being maintained in terms of visibility and brand awareness. But it's also a reminder that social media wants us to be sociable. So it wants you to still share content to your stories, to post ad hoc, to engage with the platform, engage with really nurture your community and those real relationships and all that other jazz. My client pool is really varied at the moment. I have a real range of industries: mortgages, finance, yoga, well-being, nutrition, retail, and lots of other industries as well that work with me ad hoc on power hours, etc. But the common theme is that everyone seems to be very time poor and energy poor as well. They are managing their businesses, they're running the day-to-day, they are living and breathing their passions, which isn't necessarily marketing, hence why they're outsourcing to me to do. But having their scheduled content means that it's something that they can have ticked off. They know it's being done. They know their shop window effect is happening. Their brand awareness is in place. But they do also appreciate that if they're not on holiday or if they do have time, that they need to also show up as the business owner as well. So I think it's understanding that you do need to have that balance. So to summarise, if you've ever scheduled content and it gets the low reach, don't be disheartened. It is still ticking a lot of boxes with your marketing strategy. Like I say, that shop window effect, your marketing is getting done. You have a brand awareness strategy in place as well. You'll still get leads. And if you don't post on your grid or your channels for days, then you can't expect people, your ideal clients, to necessarily take you serious as a business if you just fall off the radar every so often. So that consistency is really key. But it's also appreciating that if you're on holiday or you're taking time off or you're not around, it's that acceptance as well that if you're not showing up manually, ad hoc or with breaking news or whatever you've got to say, then it's just appreciating that maybe your reach will dip, but once you're back in the game and you've got time to show up, it's a really good balance.